We all came here today for basically almost the same reason. And one of the reasons why I like to do these talks is because we all share similar common beliefs and values. The reason we do this is because right now we're trying to work on our speaking ability. And what happens when you have a group of people that come together with common value beliefs, something really amazing happens. Trust is formed within a community, whether we really know a person or not. I don't know a lot of you that well, but I know at least something about every one of you. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and most welcome guests. What I'd like to talk to you today about is basically why we make the decisions we do. And how I kind of just jump right into that is, I was a kinesiology major at university. I ended up starting at Investor Group at the age of 21 years old. I hadn't graduated from university yet, so in my first year I both balanced a job outside of my realm of knowledge at the same time as graduating from a completely different program. And how that basically happened was I went through an interview process with them, and realistically at the time I had no idea why I took this job. And how I explained it to people was it felt right. I didn't know why, it felt right to do, even though I was jumping completely out of my realm of knowledge and going into it. The funny thing is I ended up ranked in the top 7% of Investor Group my first year. I won multiple awards and I made a lot of money. Over the last couple of years, what I've really done is start to read a lot of books, self-help books, all this type of stuff for inspiring people and such things as that. I came across this one person named Simon Sinek, who has a concept called the golden circle. And basically what he says is, we communicate in 3 ways. And the great leaders and the great people that can inspire us and the companies that we generally do business with speak in the complete opposite way that everyone else does. The average person knows what they do and how they do it, but not generally why they do what they do. And if you look at many great inspirational leaders, like Martin Luther King and like at companies such as Apple, they communicate exactly the opposite. And let me give you an example. I use Apple because, again, a lot of people know what it is, they know their products, and people understand. So, if Apple were like every other company, they would communicate a message like this. We make great computers. They're beautifully designed, easy to use, and user-friendly. Would you like to buy one? Meh. How Apple actually communicates their message to people is this. We believe in changing the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. Our computers are user-friendly, easy to use, and simply designed. We just happen to make great computers. And that is a completely different way of speaking. You guys are pretty much ready to buy a computer from me. And so what I started to realize was, when I look back in my first year and think, how did a 21-year-old kid take business from other advisors, get new people to do business with me when I really didn't know anything? I had people to help me out so I could use their intelligence, but as the people coming to me is, I was a new person on the block, so how did I succeed? And it's simply this. I had my value proposition. I knew what I stood for because I knew I couldn't compete on a knowledge level with everybody else. So I had a belief system. And let me kind of show you a story about that. I had one person this last year, and they came to me as a prospect, and they said, Adam, I want to see if you can save me money on my estate. It's going to be a large tax bill, and if you can do that, we'll be good. I showed them how to save $350,000 on their estate. I showed what I could do, how great our company was, and how I could do it. I didn't get the business. Their answer, it didn't feel right. Another quick story, the complete opposite. I had someone I was talking to who was a friend of mine, and I was showing them a strategy to use. It was the first thing I put on myself. Their answer at the very end was, Adam, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I like you and I trust you, so let's do it. And it's amazing how we can give facts and all this other type of stuff, we don't do it, and that's simply because it has to do with our brain. Our Homo sapien brain, or neurocortex, processes analytical information, it rationalizes, and it computes language. When the inside of our brain, our limbic brain, computes emotion, decision making, and has no can't compute language at all. So by going and speaking to the why, the brain, what we make our decisions, is we can make a decision to do something and then rationalize it afterwards. And that's where we get the feeling it feels right. We can't really put into words because our limbic brain doesn't know how to compute language, so best we can muster up is it doesn't, or it feels right or it doesn't feel right. So when I go back and I start thinking about everything I want to do, I would not have liked to have been a chiropractor where I was going first. I liked to study the information, but it wasn't what I really wanted to do. Why I do my job every day and why I get out of bed is because I want to inspire people to be happy and wealthy. And that is something that I really am looking forward to, and I've drawn a crowd towards me that have those same belief systems. Because when you believe in what other people believe in, trust emerges. So what I want to ask everyone today is basically, why do you do your job? Why do you get out of bed every morning? And do you really know why you do what you do? If you can start to figure out why you do what you do, then you're able to get out of bed every morning, inspire people to do the same, and in turn, get people as a following of yours to have the same belief system as you, and that way you trust each other. Because human survival and growth is based on trust. Most of the biggest things we do when taking on big risks, we have to have trust in someone else to follow them. So, as I've gone through a lot of things in my previous speeches, I talk a lot about my belief system, and that is what I've shaped. Every single person needs a belief system, because when you have one, you're going to attract the people that believe in what you believe in, and when you can do that, you can really jump in and take bigger risks with people and accomplish more, so you can be happy and wealthy later on in life. Thank you.